I was just jamming to our theme music. I kind of like that theme music. I don't know if anyone else, agrees with me. But I like our theme music. It has a little like jazz, a little like, go light, go light. Okay, no more solo parties. So, hello and welcome once again for a fabulous show. And we have great guests. And I love when we have guests that cook because we can get tips. And we have a fabulous, like, caterer that I love. And her food is just awesome. So, wait till you guys, like, talk to her. But we have a great show ahead. We have a singer and we have a playwright. So someone that also write plays based off their life in a sense. So we have, of course, Buff Patterson with Positive Media Moments. So we have that to look forward to. And let me go ahead and introduce my hostess with the mostest, the almost married Gerald C. Anderson.
Hey, how you doing tonight? Did that high note,
I know, I know. I think I was the singer in another life.
Yeah, another life for sure. But we won't go there.
Welcome. How
How
was
you
your day
doing?
today?
My day was good. It was a lot of rain here, downpour. There's a little bit of thunder. Thank goodness, no lightning. I didn't see any lightning. So,
Well, it
well,
rained here too, so it's kind of cloudy and rainy and really messy today. It wasn't too much of a good day today, but it's Florida, so I guess every day is typically maybe a good day, right? It's
yeah,
Florida,
that's right.
considering what you're in. So,
So let me say early happy anniversary coming up. I think it's Monday, right?
yes,
All right.
thank
So happy
you. It's
anniversary.
been a long 2 years, people. Let me tell you.
Will, brother, you made it through 2 years.
But yes, it will be 2 years. It actually went pretty quick. So I'm
Yeah.
surprised it was so fast. But hey,
All this,
time flies when you're having fun.
yeah.
And
All this
that
marriage talk made me want to get married.
well, I mean, hey, it's a lot of fun if you know what you're doing. It's a lot of fun. So, but I'm definitely grateful for that. And, thank God every day that we've, been able to work through things because there's been trials and tribulations, but
Oh
we
yeah,
work through as
but you
long as we
work
keep
through it.
God first. So, yes,
Yeah,
I'm all
that's
about it.
always the key. Working through it.
Yeah. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And your day is coming very soon.
Very
Like,
soon. The time
oh
is
my
really
God.
rolling by.
Oh, wait, did we tell everyone that I was the flower girl? Did we tell
Oh,
everyone that?
sure. Yeah, we told them
Oh, okay, yeah, because yeah, I have the roses ready.
that. Yeah. Okay.
What are you gonna do with
keep,
me?
keep hope alive,
Dr.
huh? Keep hope alive.
Yeah, there you go. So
Mm.
so let's go, let's get with Buff because she has a great story for us this morning. Well, I was gonna say this morning. See, it's been a long day. But this evening, so we're gonna go with Buff Patterson with the positive media moment. Hey Buff.
Hey, well, first of all, Tina, I want to say you look simply gorgeous. I love that
Oh,
hair thing, girl. You are gorgeous. You are doing it. Marriage looks good on
you
you.
froze up. This is why
Am I frozen? Am I frozen?
No, you're
Well,
not. You're not frozen, but Tina's frozen.
okay. Well, Tina looks
oh I
great.
froze.
And I'm
You gotta say it
sure,
all over again.
Tina, you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Marriage looks really good on you. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous,
Thank you,
gorgeous.
baby.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
today
she
I'm
heard all that. I think she just wanted to hear it a second time. That's
I'm I'm
all.
I'm excited, but you know what? I love
Exactly.
these like positive media moments
Mhm.
because
Yes. Oops, sorry.
I like to give an homage to our past and who we are and how we got here. And today I have a story of Anime Winborn, who's America's band leader back in before World War II. She was with the International Sweetheart of Rhythm. This lady, she played with the likes of Count Basie, Dizzy Gillespie, Louis Armstrong, and she got together 16 of the best female um, artists, you know, 16 of the world. And they weren't just Black women, they were Asian women, indigenous women, Puerto Rican women.
Oh,
And, you know, because in 1938, all the men were started going to World War II. So she was able to cultivate these amazing women musicians. They did 2 USO tours. They did um, 2 United States back-to-back tours on their bus. And you know, it's a funny thing is playing in the South and the Jim Crow laws. They had to live on the bus because the white girls couldn't tell people they were white. They had to pretend like they were Black. And the white
oh,
girls had to wear, and the Puerto Ricans had to wear dark face. And I guess they got to one of the states, and the guy pulled them over and said, "Wait a minute, you're not Black." She goes, "No, no, my dad is white, my mother's Black." And the guy went through her wallet and noticed that both her parents were white, and she had to spend the night in jail.
oh, wow.
Pretty wild, yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
they really,
wild.
that's wild, right? White girl going to jail for being Black. That's wild. That's wild. You know, but they did. They had to incur a lot of racism, but
Hmm.
they did. There were movies. They were doing some of the B-roll in the movies, and I love this story about musicians because a true musician, they kept on going. Anna Mae Winborn died in 1999, but she had the group for 40 years. She had the group for 40 years. They toured back to back. And if you see the picture of her, she again was a gorgeous female band leader. And they would say about these women, they
Beautiful.
play like men.
Oh,
They play
hmm.
like men. And so I just wanted to give homage to her. And we have to know our history so we can know our truth. So
This is
today's
true.
positive life media moment that people need to look up Anna Mae Winborn and look at the legacy she's left.
All
I
right.
love that. I love that book. That's
Thank
a good
you.
one.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We got music, love music talk. Love to be talking about music. So,
Look her up.
all right. Well, you have enjoyed your California time. I know you
80
are.
years. Hey, I got some cool stuff coming you guys' way because we always have to be informed with life's positive media moment.
Love it. Thank you. Have a good one.
Yes. Thank you, Bob.
Bye.
All
Oh, you just
right.
cut it off. Dang, Nick. That's
Wait,
brutal.
bye.
That was
What,
Nick.
what you wanted to do? To stand up, take a bow, and close the curtain or something? You said bye and waved and everything.
I was like, I'm like, dang, that was right. But no, that's a great story. I actually like that one. I like a lot. So really good one. Really good. So make sure you guys share if you care, and like, because we know you like us. We love y'all. So like us. Okay.
And,
All right. Let's go to our first commercial so we can continue to subscribe.
there you go.
Yeah. You like that, right?
Yeah.
Commercial time. And go. Yes. And those of you that haven't seen it or desire to see it, Change Makers. Oh, you have to see the magazine. It is absolutely wonderful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, 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 beautiful.
10
And
people
I
that
think
you
we're
need to
all
know.
yes, yes. So this is really good. And I want before we get to our guests, let's say hi to all of our new guests. We have Raheem McKnight, way from New York City. So,
Yeah.
hey, hello. You don't
You see
like
what
that high
Beryl
pitched voice too much.
you see what you see what Beryl said?
Oh wait, what? Wait, Tina, you are missing your. I know, Beryl. I know, and it. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna bring my attitude back. I'm bringing my attitude because people do like my hat.
Yeah.
But yes. So we and of course we have Beryl, who I love. I think I just adore her. And we have Nandra. And who else we have joining us? Will. He's our super fan. And Dr. V is our super fan. So yeah, so we have, quite a few of our, regulars and a couple of new ones. So that's excited to see. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can't Maritza. Maritza, is that what? Okay, because Maritza I had as a student, and I'm
Mhm.
wondering if it's that Maritza, but
Which-
maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I'm not sure. But anyway, hello, hello. Okay, so
yeah.
who's up? Who's our first guest?
Well, this first guest is somebody I know I've known for 9 years. I don't remember how long ago it was you met her.
I know her
But she is some
longer,
great food.
longer.
We got to taste her food back in 2015 when she helped us out with Standing Firm, and she's been a part of the Life family ever since. She's been on the cover of the Life magazine.
Yes,
So, and I know anytime I have reached out to her to drop a recipe in the magazine or anything, it's never no. Never ever no. It's always
she's such a
yes.
great person.
When you need, I'll get it to you today. And it's always great recipes. She's always a great person. I don't think I've ever seen her frown. So she's always happy and always smiling. So without further ado, let's bring on Lennise Jackson-Germany.
Yay! I love
Welcome
it.
to the stage.
Good, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for that intro, you guys. I'm so humble and very appreciative. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
you've just been there all the time.
as Joe was introducing you, it made me think of, because he said you're always in a good mood, which is true. You're such a great person. And one of the things I
Mhm.
always think about, and it reminds me when Joe was introducing you, is that your attitude determines your altitude. And that's so true. Your
It is.
attitude is
It is.
everything. It lets you know how far you will actually go. And you have come far, girlfriend. We've known you when you was
Thank you.
doing it at the back of your truck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Both of you, literally.
So it's
Amen.
a beautiful
Amen.
thing.
Yeah.
So
So
so go ahead, Joe.
so speaking of that, why don't you tell us how you got started in the industry?
Oh, since we're here, we might as well go, right?
Might as well.
Well, we honestly, I was a corporate. I consider myself a corporate America dropout. Just really wanted to pursue entrepreneurship in a way that I really wasn't very clear, honestly, on what entrepreneurship was. But long story short, my background is healthcare. I worked in healthcare probably since I was age 18. I'm almost 45. And a little over 10 years ago, I kept begging my husband to let me quit my job, and he kept telling me no. And I started praying and asking God to kind of reveal it to him because I felt like God was calling me into this world of entrepreneurship. And so, sure enough, but the more he kept saying no, the more I just was like determined to, figure it all out. So I applied for a promotion at my job, and they interviewed me for the job and then offered me the job. And I celebrated the fact that I had the job. And then 24 hours later, they rescinded the offer. And so when that happened, I called my husband just very upset. And he was like, quit that job. And that was literally how I got the yes to kind of jump out here into the land of entrepreneurship. Probably about a good 6 to 8 months later, because I really didn't have it all figured out. We had nothing saved. There was no plan. There was no any of the beautiful stories that you hear of how people just kind of walked right into business. That was not us at all. We ended up landing on food stamps. Our home went into foreclosure. Anything and everything that could come against us did indeed happen. And he gave me an ultimatum and told me to go back to work or figure something out. And I asked God, why'd you put me out here? You told me to do this thing. And then literally the next morning I woke up and said, I think I'm just going to sell some food until I figure it out. And I took my food stamps and went to Walmart and bought some grocery and cooked it and took pictures and put it on Facebook. And literally, here we are 10 years later, running a multi-million-dollar company that not only does catering for weddings and banquets and all sorts of events, but we also do contract services for charter schools, private schools, assisted living facilities, rehab, shelters, places that has residents or students but don't have kitchens. And so we're growing in grace. It's still very difficult, but we're still here 10 years later.
Baby. Ooh, and this is the thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you take a leap of faith, and it's like you don't know how you're doing it. You no savings, no, you lose your home, you're on food stamps. It's like all you have is God in your dream. That's all
That's
you
it.
have. And you
Yeah.
did it,
That's
girl.
it. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that came back to my memory when you was talking, because I remember I interviewed you for the cover of the magazine. I remember you telling me that. I was amazed then. I'm still amazed as you telling it now. So but so what do you have going on
Very
right
real.
now? Yeah.
Well, and like you said, very real story. I mean, I'm so accustomed to it now, that I'm not ashamed by where we come from at all. There's still very much hills and valleys. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. It's not for the
Oh,
faint.
amen
It's
to
not
that.
it's not for people who need safety nets. Even now, this many years later in business, I do a lot of keynote speaking and public speaking and continued education, not just for this industry, but for business in general. And I'm not so cheerleader mode with, jump off the cliff, but I am cheerleader mode for jump off the cliff, because it is the most insane, chaotic, bipolar, schizophrenic, yet exhilarating, independent, exciting, beautiful. It's all of those emotions all tied into one box. And I get up and I do it every day because I love it, but I'm also walking in my purpose. And so for that, you can endure all the things that comes against you when you're walking in your purpose. So to answer your question, Jen, we're still very much so doing our catering, and doing it in a different way. I mentioned to you guys earlier that, where we are now, it's a bit of a challenge with the economy and having inflation, at the same time with cost of food, cost of goods, labor, all of those things, and then still being able, and then people lack of spending. And so you're stuck kind of between that rock and hard place. But we're not closing our doors. I'm still very much so looking forward to the future, and the future for us right now is to venture into some restaurateuring, which for me was always the original dream. Just means that we get to now take our catering into community, so that you don't just have to have our food if you book us to cater an event, or we service one of your facilities. Now if you are hungry, you can swing by Livio's and grab you some food. And there's a partnership going on right now with the Tampa Housing Authority that we're really looking forward to. Hopefully, God's will, it'll open the latter part of this year, maybe at the beginning of next year. But we're in design phase and construction phase, and it's very exciting, to actually be in a position to really now witness the dream happening. And so I'm excited about that.
And that was going to be one of my questions. And you touched on it a
Sure.
little bit, because the economy has gone a bit left, and like the
Yeah.
price of eggs and milk is like, I mean, I had to blink twice. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, gotta pick or choose. Do I want bread or do I want eggs? But so I
Right.
only
Right.
imagine in the industry and the profession that you're in, running this business, how challenging it can be just to kind of cater.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
tell
very
us,
challenging.
yeah. So explain to some of us, like, how challenging is that, and how have you come up with ways to just make it work in a sense?
Yeah. So, coming from the trunk of the car and being here now 10 years later, it's a very different dynamic. At the trunk of the car stages, we were selling any and every meal for $8. Fast forward to 2024, that's humanly impossible. And so as you grow and expand, and then operational cost, I'm no longer operating out of the trunk of my car. I'm no longer operating out of my house. I now have a lease, and I now have payroll, and I have all of these, expenses that a person who might consider their business a business, but not really dealing with all of those types of expenses, and especially managing those expenses, it's a very different thing. So to answer your question, we had and are still, because I don't have all the answers just yet, to be honest. And I think that's a part of entrepreneurship too. You're ever growing, ever evolving.
That's
But
true.
where we are right now, from a mental standpoint, is just understanding who our client and our target audience really is. And so we get so many no's because of, affordability, right? But
Mm,
then, because we're still grossing X amount of $1,000 a month for just the catering portion of it, I take a look at that as the leader and say, well, wait a minute. For all of the 20 no's that we get, we still get 5 to 10 yeses. So if we
right.
focus on the yeses and then get and position ourselves to network with more of those yeses and who those yeses know, then we can still fixate the 80-20 rule, right? I still, now I focus on the 80% of the 10 yeses instead of all the no's, and become defeated by that, because that could easily happen with a mental state. And that's really just how we've been able to manage to not just survive, but really stay in business and still be able to grow.
Right.
And survive. I mean, in all reality, it's like 10 years. That's not easy to get to and still be
No.
relevant, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty. So it's like that takes a lot of flexing. I think just with you being an entrepreneur, you have to bob and weave and kind of figure out, okay, we got to
The
continue and
matrix, girl.
offer.
The
Yes,
matrix.
like Matrix all over again. It's like, listen,
Yeah. And you know that, and from what you were saying, it doesn't just apply to entrepreneurs and what you're doing. Is we need to focus more on the yeses anyway in life. No matter how many no's
Yes,
you get, you keep going, because there are going to be some yeses. And a lot of times
absolutely.
we get those no's, and we just stop doing what we're doing. If we
mhm,
Right,
just keep on
right.
going, they can turn that right around the corner, there may be a whole lot of lessons, yeses, waiting for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's also a whole other challenge with staying focused on that, because you can be defeated when you hear the word no, or it's not affordable, or, we went with another caterer, we went with another client. At this point, I don't become defeated by that anymore. Not considering we've been through so much and we've seen so much. I think
mhm.
if I leave anything with the audience, I would have to say to focus really on the value that you bring to the table. In 2024, right now, social media is everything.
Uh,
Algorithms and data and all of those things is
Right,
everything. We
right.
see so many
AI.
different chefs popping up on Instagram, and people saying that they do food and all of these things, and I could consider that competition, but I don't, because I have 10 years in the game and I know what value we bring to the table.
Right.
And so, although they are doing the lives and all of the things with the food on social media, I think that when it comes to events and hundreds of people, or timeliness with being on time with the delivery, delivering it at a safe temperature, following protocol and systems and processes and compliance, like those are all the things that we bring to the table. And so
Mhm.
now I focus my attention on clients who value that, so that I'm not looking at social media chefs
Mm,
to feel at all in competition at all.
Mhm.
I don't see it as competition at all.
I
Okay.
love it.
And we got Will has a question for you. He says, if we're putting
Ah,
on an event, how do we get in touch or get more information about your company? But I did drop your link already.
Look at that big Pellegrin she got.
Yeah, I did drop the
yes.
link already in the chat. So
Beautiful. Thank you, Will. Livios.com. The name of the company is our children. Livy is my 13-year-old daughter. The O's are her twin sisters, Olena with an O, daughter Aubrey with an O, and our son Omar. So it's Livy O's. That's how we came up with the name of the company, LIVYOS.com.
Okay. And so you also
I always wondered how you came up with that name. I like that.
You have a cookbook coming out too,
I
right?
like that.
Yes, yes. I am really excited about this project. So I mentioned earlier about the emotional piece of entrepreneurship, and one of my challenges, even now in leadership, is just really figuring out ways to balance my emotion in business. And it's very tough. Don't get me wrong. We just came out of Women's History Month, and I think about how the world, I'm not going to say a gender specifically, but the world will say, well, women will never be presidents because you guys are so emotional, you're such emotional creatures and all of this. And the truth is, we are emotional creatures. That, I mean, I don't speak for all women when I say that, but there is a sense of emotion there, and it's just the nature of women. But I had a meeting a couple of months ago, and I got so frustrated and angry in the meeting, and a board meeting at that, and that I stormed out, and I was so upset. And then, and it wasn't that I was wrong, because I was right about what it was that I was trying to fight for. But I have not mastered the emotion just yet in business. And it really was time for business. No, Lennise, put that business hat back on. And I had to humble myself and go back in. And so the point of saying that is that the book that is coming out is although it is a cookbook, it's still all about emotion. And the title of it is Eat Emotional Intelligence, and how we eat based on how we feel. What are you in the mood for? And so I'm an avid journaler. And so I'm going to have some of the journal inserts from my journals, and tying recipes to that emotion, whatever that emotion was for that day. I've invited other people to send me some journal inserts. And so I'm tying recipes to emotion. And I'm really excited about the project. That'll be coming out the latter part of this year as well.
Okay, but I cannot imagine you storming out of a room. I can't even picture that in my head. So.
Yeah, that there have been days. There have been days where
okay, we'll take your word for it, but I can't picture
yeah,
but,
yeah, no.
So yeah, I dropped your link in there about pre-registering for your upcoming cookbook. So that's going to be awesome. I know it's going to be awesome. So
thank you. Thank you so much.
And it's funny that you touch on, emotions and that whole thing. Oh, and a sidebar, I hope you have a meal in there for when you really pissed off a man. Like, I need that. Like, send that to me. So
yes, I do. I
need a mad meal. Call it mad meal.
Yes. It is 1000% one in there. This book is so candid and transparent, and so therapeutic at the end of the day. So yes, there is one in there for anger, for sure.
No, this is a tough gig, being the only man on this show.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Gerald.
Sorry, not sorry. But my question was, like, how do you maintain your I guess mental health, your stability, your focus, and your your drive, because that has to be something you do consistently every day. And we have what is it, Dr. Myers later on the show, but she's an herbalist. So is there anything
I don't have
herbalistic that you do? How do you maintain that? Because
well, so I'm going to be exceptionally transparent. I grew up very church. My grandfather was a preacher. All my uncles were preachers. All my cousins are preachers. I sing. Everybody, if you don't preach, you sing. If you don't sing, you play an instrument. So church was how I grew up. And I'm so thankful for it. Don't get me wrong, because my relationship with God is so strong, especially at this phase in my life. In addition to church, in addition to religion and my relationship with God, I have committed myself for the last year and a half now to consistent therapy. And because my prayer is and has always been to be one of the greatest leaders that's ever done it. And in order to be that, I can have my prayer life and my relationship with God all day, but I still don't know how to articulate those emotions. I still don't know how to, where that trauma necessarily comes from. And so for me, the last couple of years in therapy has really, really molded me into becoming very intelligent with, especially in certain areas. Now, I'm not there yet. I haven't crossed over to the other side just yet of perfection.
Right.
But it has really, really allowed me to be able to understand what is happening right now within me and what is happening even externally. Am I being punked right now? Am I being tried? You know what, Lennise? Don't say a word. Like those kind of conversations rather than just popping off. Because Gerald, as much as you see me happy, I can turn up.
All right. Well, we
You
appreciate
can
you
get a
coming
little
by.
heated.
We appreciate you coming by and spending some time with us. We're definitely going to check
Absolutely.
out that cookbook.
Please do. It was truly an honor. Thank
You
you
know,
so
get
much,
some
Gerald.
bad
Thank you,
food.
Tina.
It
I
was
look to
good
see
to
you
see
guys
you
again.
again. All right.
Absolutely. You as well. Take
All right.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah,
She's
I
just
can't
the best.
imagine her being angry. I'm
She's
sorry.
always. I know. Yeah, that was funny. I'm glad you said that because that was hilarious. Like, not Denise.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. So we got a commercial coming.
Yes, let's get it.
Have you always dreamed of writing a book, but you're not sure where to start? Or maybe you've already written a book, but you don't know how to get it published? Don't worry, you're not alone. Self-publishing can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. That's where Lyfe Publishing comes in. We're a full-service self-publishing company that can help you every step of the way, from formatting to distribution. We can even point you in the right direction for editing and marketing your book. With Lyfe Publishing, you can finally share your story with the world. We'll work with you to create a book that you're proud of, and we'll help you get it in front of readers. So what are you waiting for? Start your self-publishing journey today with Lyfe Publishing. Visit our website or give us a call to learn more.
All right. So our next
All
guest.
right. So be an author.
And,
We can help you.
yeah.
Were
So
you talking, Gerald?
our next guest, you be a little transparent here because we have people reach out to us all the time. You know, Tina, people reach out to us all the time, right? So this next young lady reached out to us, and this one I decided to read. Actually, I decided to read what you said.
So you're admitting you didn't read any of the other ones. You left me to read
Sometimes
them
I
all.
did, sometimes I don't. You know, we get so many of them. It's really
That's
honestly
true. We do
hard
get a lot.
to read through everything that keeps coming in our mail. So I'm glad I read this one because I think her story is a good one to hear, and I think people need to hear this. I wish Dr. Rainey was available. I don't know if she's still able to be on because I think she'd be great to provide some comments in this area. So she has a play that I'm sure she's going to. That she also wrote a book, so she made a play from her book. So it's good for her to come out here and let's talk about her book and her play and see where we go from there. So let's bring to the stage Miss Nikki Moore.
Yes, give me more.
Hello.
Give me more. Give me more.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Down in Fredericksburg, Virginia, right?
Bristow, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Somewhere in Virginia. I knew that.
Yeah, Bristow,
And it's
Virginia.
cold.
I don't want to live in Fredericksburg. It's too much traffic.
Okay. I think that might have been Elaine that's in Fredericksburg.
Yes, Elaine's in
Elaine is one of the change makers in the change.
Yes. I love
Okay.
Elaine. She's such a sweetheart.
Well, welcome, my dear. Welcome,
You
welcome,
again.
welcome.
Thank you again.
So let's fill people in on who you are and like why do this play? Why this one in particular? Why?
I am an author of 7 books now. And my first book was made into a stage play. My sister, she wrote the stage play first, and then she got in cahoots with her pastor then, and they together wrote the script for the play. So I didn't have anything to do with it. I just wrote the book. So the lady who really directed and produced the play, she say, I slept with your book, I walked with your book, so God could download in me what he wanted me to have the play to be like from your
Oh, wow.
words. And when I tell you God downloaded in her, God downloaded in her. um the play is called My Pain, His Glory. And I wrote the book because my ex-husband, left me after 33 years. Um,
33?
33 years. Yeah. He said he didn't want to be
Oh,
married anymore. He didn't love me as a husband should love his wife anymore. And it just devastated me because, like, you're all I know. Like, 33 years,
right,
half of my
right.
life almost. So, and from the heartache from that, I wouldn't wish on anybody. It felt like a death for real.
Yeah,
um I didn't want to
understandable.
live anymore. I did try to take my life because the
Mm,
pain just got so bad.
yeah.
And I I was in the hospital. I lost days when I woke up. I think I went to the hospital on a Sunday. I woke up, it was like Tuesday evening sometimes.
Oh,
And just I just took so many pills because I'm telling you that pain was so just overtaking me,
mm,
and I just didn't know how to deal with this. And I would call on God, and I would be mad at God because you're not coming to take this pain away from me. Why won't you come and take this pain away from me? I can't deal with this. I just can't cope with this pain.
mhm.
And God just sent so many people to come and pray with me, pray for me. So that helped a lot, but still I was hurting, and
Yes.
I just didn't know what to do with myself. I went to the grocery stores, and when I went to the grocery stores, I remember him in the grocery store with me because I didn't like to do the shopping. He did, but I just went.
Yeah.
So I even had to run out of the grocery store and leave my cart because I couldn't deal with it. Like the memories, everything was just, it was like haunting me. And I said, no, I just can't do this. So one day I was just sitting down and just journaling all my heart to God and how I felt in the hurt and why this and why this. And so I kept looking at my journal, and then I said, you know what? I can make this into a book, and just to
Mm,
help other women, after, so much time had went by, therapy. I went to therapy. I went to group sessions. Um, I went to a retreat that really, really helped. And that's where God really, really healed my heart at this retreat I went to. And I
mm.
just thank him for this because when I came from that retreat, it was like a weight had just lifted from my shoulder. And I haven't
Oh,
been the same since because God healed my heart there. And that's just when I took off. And I just kept looking, going back to that book, that journal. And I said, you know what?
mhm,
I'm going to put this into a book so I can help other ladies to let them know, yeah, it hurts like heck. And you don't feel like God is there, but he is there, and you will get through it. So
Mm,
that's why I wrote the book, and the book is called How I Made It Through for Your Glory.
mm.
wow, that is awesome. I mean, it's an awesome story, but I hate that that had to happen
Right.
to you
Mhm.
because that is something that I don't think many of us can really, understand the pain aspect of that. So
Uh-huh.
I commend you for that. But on
Mhm.
the flip side, something great came out of
Yes.
it. You know?
Yes.
Right.
Something
Right.
great.
So, so yeah. So I hope your ex-husband lost like his best socks ever. I hope he like just misplaced his best favorite socks, and he's walking around barefoot.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a great story. And from what I understand, your sister plays you in the
Yes, my
play.
my sister
Mhm.
plays me in the play because she's seen the hurt, she's seen the pain. She did a great job. I mean, she even said that like when she was rehearsing, it was like God let her feel my pain and she just couldn't
Oh,
get herself
wow.
together. And she was just she would come home at night just tore up. I said, what happened to you? She said, girl, God just did it. She's just be messed up. So, she said, God just really pours into me and he allows me to feel the pain that you felt when you were hurting. And I said, wow, like, and she did a great job. She got, so many rave reviews and so many people coming to me and say, hey, your sister really played you in this play. Because people think we're twins, but we're not. We look alike, we sound alike. And everybody was saying, if I could
Oh,
just look at
wow.
your eyes, I would just think that was really you up there, But yeah, she did a great job as me.
Yeah.
I just commend you for that. God bless you for all of
Yeah.
this. And I'm so glad you're still here.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
glad
God.
you're still here.
It sounded like one of the nexus points in your story was that when you started writing things down,
Mhm.
that's kind of like when the turn happened.
Right. That helped a lot.
And I noticed a lot of times in life we just need to put things down on paper
Mhm.
to get perspective on them. And so
Mhm.
when you go through something, the journaling process or even writing a book
Right.
helps you come out of whatever valley you find yourself in at that time.
It
So
really did. Yeah.
I guess
It
you
felt like
realize that
a
once you
release.
started journaling. So,
Yes. It
Yeah.
felt like I was releasing, and everything I had built it up in me and, the hurt and everything. Just how do I do this? And I'm finding my way how to do this. And I'm telling you, God has been so good. It's like he hasn't missed a beat. He's taking care of all my needs, my wants, my desires, everything. Every time I went to God and said, God, I don't have food because I had to learn how to work off of one income. And I said, God, I don't have any food. There was many nights I just ate crackers and water, many nights, because I didn't know how to manage my money to make it work.
Wow.
And God would just send people my way. Hey, I got a gift card for you. Hey, let's go to the grocery store. I had one lady just gave me a check and said, write whatever you want. Put the money amount, whatever amount you need, put it in there. I don't need to know what you need it for.
I
I'm gonna be a
absolutely love
blessing to
this.
you. And she went to the grocery store, bought me $400 worth of groceries, filled my gas up and everything. I mean, this is how God has just been sending people my way. They give me money, they pay me for my car payments. Like God is really taking care of me. Like I got you. He left you, but I got you.
mm.
Ooh, say that part again. That part right there.
Yeah. He left you,
Girl,
but I got you. That God said
that's the
that.
ticket. That's the ticket.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Baby. Ooh.
Yeah.
I hope
So
he
where can
lost his
people see your
shoes
play?
too. His favorite shoes. I hope he
So
lost his shoes.
I think I had a meeting with the producer last night. I think what she wants to do is get like a teaser in July, and
Okay.
then she's going to shoot for the play to be in October. We're still, getting things together. So we're going to shoot for October for the play again.
Okay. And do you plan on going outside of your local city or?
Yes, yes. She said that last night that we will, we're willing to do any state, anybody that wants us, we'll come.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think the main point is people have to see that the Donnie McClurkin song in action. We do
Yes.
fall down. We can fall down, but we can get back up again.
Yes.
And that's what you did.
Yes.
You went down, but you got back up again. And sometimes that's quick, sometimes it's not so quick. So,
Right.
but you will come out of that valley at
Oh,
some point.
yes.
And
Yes.
the more that kind of word gets out to people, the more people that can realize that you're not there forever. That's not where you're going to be forever.
Right. Right. Yes. I just thank God, just for the opportunity to speak to other women and men. I've even spoke to men about their wives leaving them and they were hurting and they reached out. So now God is using my story for his glory. Everything that I do is for his glory, and everything is stemming from the marriage breakup. So I get to talk to some beautiful women and show them that they're beautiful inside and they can make it through. They don't need the ex-husband or whoever it was, boyfriend. They don't need them, because God is going to be their everything. Yeah. God, it seems like he's not there, but he is. There was nights I said, God, where are you? Because I don't know, So I try to, huh? I try to be transparent with them also, about everything that I went through. So that helps a lot. I get that a lot. Like, thank you for being transparent with us, like not holding anything back. And I say, yeah, that's the only way we're going to get healed,
And Nikki, yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that's one of the things we hold back a lot is our story.
Right.
Our story is not just for us. We have to release it because it's for someone else.
Right.
It's help thy neighbor, not just bring them a cake or bring them some sugar. Help thy neighbor is help with your story, heal someone. But we keep it for us. And I just commend you, like, over and over for your transparency. Like, you are authentic and you telling the real story. So, girl, you did it. And again, sorry you had to go through all that pain, but you did it.
Yes.
You did it.
With God, I did it. With God,
we can do all things through Christ.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Being transparent is a really hard thing.
Oh
people.
my gosh,
that's not easy to do. So when you step out there and expose yourself to people, that's hard to do. But you are saving someone. You may not, you're gonna know some, but there's gonna be some out there that you don't know that you saved.
Right. Right. And that's what I do with all my books. I've been transparent about my life through all my books. Like, after the marriage, I got into a relationship that was not good, because I want love so much. I just feel I want someone to love me so much. And I thought I had found that person that would do that, will love my heart. And after so many months, years, whatever, I saw his true colors, and I found myself in a relationship with a narcissist. And he physically and mentally and everything that's hurt me. So I just now wait on God.
That's true.
God now, because I can't. So I wrote a book about that called "The Narcissist in Me," and I was very transparent in that of what went on, and the things that I did that was not pleasing to God. I shunned God away. That's to be with this person, like, forget God. Like, okay, I'm doing this now. I'm with him. And I just felt like, woo, I got a new man, and couldn't nobody tell me nothing because he was younger. And I just found myself in a place that he had taken me to that I didn't want to, but he was drawing me in. I thought I would draw him in to me, but he was drawing me into his world. And before I know it, I was in a terrible relationship. So
yeah. We can't always go for that young blood. That young blood sometimes is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, now I know.
It looks good in the window, but I don't want to buy it.
So I'm just learning to wait on God now. It's been tough because I'm used to someone being there, like share my time with, to just do things with, go to the movies, whatever. I know I could go myself and with my friends, but it's different when you have
it makes sense. We're not meant to be alone. I don't think we're meant to be alone. So and your time will come. Your time will definitely come.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that prayer for you, and I'm gonna
thank you
that it will come. He will come for you.
He will
come, and it's gonna be the right one.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can come from out of nowhere unexpectedly too.
Yes.
My husband had a car wash. I wasn't cute that day either. Oh God, you could have let me know. I could have did my hair or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the car wash, huh?
Had a car wash, looking like a nappy head girl from Brooklyn. Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
and Tina knows my fiance was right there for 9 years before I realized it.
Wow.
So it can happen
Say, I'm gonna know this
anything.
person. I just feel like I'm gonna know this person when they come. I'm gonna have known them for a long time. I just feel like that.
And then follow
That's what
that
happened to
feeling
me.
and pray on that feeling because
That's what
let
happened to
God
me.
do all the work.
Yeah.
Mm.
All
So
right.
she's
Well,
right
so
there. Like how long have you known her?
who, me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I knew her for 9 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
9 years. She wrote articles for the magazines and everything. Been in the magazines,
Yeah.
Oh,
everything.
wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Gave me therapy, everything.
Wow.
Then that one day, everything just lined up, and there we were.
Wow. Well, I
Yes.
got
Yes.
hope now.
Oh, definitely. It's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Trust us. It's going to
Okay.
happen. So if someone wanted to, find or follow your, I was going to say your prayers, your play,
It's
like how could they?
I always post it on my Facebook. I'm on Facebook as Nikki Morton, my maiden name on Nikki Morton on Facebook. On IG, I'm More4568. And I always post on there everything about the play, what's getting ready to happen, everything that I'm doing, new books, whatever. It's always on my Facebook.
Okay.
And they can get the books on Amazon. They're all on Amazon except the first one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nikki, thank you so much. And
Well,
girl, it's been a pleasure. And you are just such a joy. I
thank
love
you.
your story, but I hate it in the same instance.
Right.
But I love your story because it's so inspirational and it gives someone out there hope.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and there's a new beginning for you. So just wait on it. Just wait.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was obvious why I read your message.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this was meant to be. This was meant to happen.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is
all right.
definitely
Praise
I
God.
love it.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good evening.
You too.
That is fabulous.
Yeah.
I love stories like that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Because
Yeah,
we
but-
all have them,
Yeah,
you know?
we've had two people that came from somewhere to rise up out of there. Lennise was out of the car and then came up to running her business now 10 years later. And now Nikki rose up from the divorce. And now
Yes.
look at her. So I think on the other side of this commercial, though, this person's been on top all her life. She's just great. She's just the greatest person that's ever been.
What you saying, girl? She don't know what the basement look like?
She don't know what the basement look like. She ain't never been in no basement. But she's a great person, though. So let's hit this commercial, and then we'll talk to Dr. Jack.
Hello, I'm Lennise Albright, your
Yes.
Waffle Queen. And welcome to my kitchen. But now I'd like to invite you to join an even larger and more exclusive kitchen, Cooking with Lennise Kitchen Masterclass.
Our Masterclass group isn't just a Facebook group, it's a vibrant, supportive community designed for cooking enthusiasts. Here, you'll gain access to a treasure trove of unique, easy-to-prepare recipes exclusive to our group members.
Join me in streaming and live cooking classes where you will learn all of my culinary techniques and I will answer all of your burning questions.
You won't be learning from just any chef, you'll be learning from Lennise Albright, a celebrity chef known worldwide as the Waffle Queen. With over 25 years of experience creating foods for people with health challenges, Lennise brings a wealth of knowledge and passion to the table. You'll be able to participate in fun cooking challenges and contests, enjoy special discounts, and you'll get tips about which appliances, utensils, and products to buy. With Cooking with Lennise Kitchen, you're not just joining a group. You're becoming part of a family of cooks who learn, grow, and support each other. There will be surprise guests too.
So why wait? Join Cooking with Lennise Kitchen Masterclass group today and start your journey to faster, healthier, tastier cooking. I can't wait to welcome you into the GK Tribe.
Master
Yeah,
class.
I need to go and join that master class.
She can make me a mad meal too.
So let's bring on Miss Doctor. Sorry, Doctor Jackie
Yes.
Myers.
Miss, my mama called me Jackie.
Jackie
Well,
and Dr. Jacqueline.
Jackie also happens to be my first ever minister of music. I tell everybody that when I'm introducing her. So, of course, that's why she got that grandiose, she's never been in the basement statement.
I never been in the basement. I was in the gutter.
Oh, well, there you go.
Gutter now. So from Brooklyn.
Drop the mic.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the New York connection. She's from Brooklyn, Tina.
Oh, okay. Yes. What?
Yeah, look,
Okay, and take two.
before we get into my story, I just was so moved by the stories of the Lennise,
Lennise.
and the young lady who, and I do say young lady who wrote the book. And yeah, I was single for 10 years. When I Gerald, I was single. As this minister of music, I was single, but I had to focus on learning how to love me. And I had to learn to be happy with me. How can you love someone you can see and you can't see, and you don't love someone who you can see? I'm talking about you. So you got to love yourself. And that's how I got into all of this, helping people and everything from two-legged to four-legged. And that's how I ended up being a herbalist, because I end up helping people. My doctorate is in Christian counseling. And you would be surprised the amount of people who come in there with all sorts of pains and ailments, and it turns out to be an emotional issue. She said, Lennise talked about emotional eating. Absolutely. We come, oh, I want to lose weight. And I said, what you got for losing weight? And I said, what are you eating? Are you under stress? People are losing their hair is falling out. What you got to help my hair grow back? What kind of, the first question I asked, are you under stress? What are the two questions I asked? What are you eating? And are you under stress? What's going on in your life? Yeah.
Right.
I said, I can sell you a whole bunch of stuff here at Adama Naturals, but I need to know what it is that I'm treating. And I sent people away, and I said, go see your doctor first. And then once they take care of your thyroid or your back pain or your thrombosis or whatever, your leg pain or clot or whatever, because it sounds like this, it sounds like that. Because when I was in the military, I used to do physical therapy. So I'm kind of familiar with the muscles and what they do and how they're connected. And so I said, go see your doctor first, and then you come back, and then I'll be able to better help you. And so, yes. Oh, one more thing before we go into that. As you guys were talking, as I was sitting there, I just got a vision of a Lyfe symposium. Your stories, true stories, or real stories, or something about you guys doing a Lyfe symposium with lots of vendors and different speakers, books, artists, playwrights like the young lady, people like myself sharing their stories, coaching, and all of that. I just saw this Lyfe symposium in it. So I don't something that you guys have been thinking about, but I just saw it. It was real. So yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
Extremely good idea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's power in writing, so I wrote it down.
Jackie, your mic is dropping out sometimes, but
probably because I'm moving. How's that?
Yeah, now it's good. So, I knew you back in the days when we were playing music together back at the Andrews Air Force Base, but now you're the owner, founder of Adama Naturals. So, kind of tell us a little bit about how you came about starting this Adama Naturals.
Well, right after my twins were born, and this is, like I said, 10 years after being single, praying for a husband, telling God, okay, you know what? Single, my husband, messing around and verbally and physically abusive. And I said, you know what? I can do better all by myself. So I was single 5 years in after praying and begging and pleading and boo-hooing. Oh God, what's wrong with me? And why can't nobody? I'm not ugly.
at all.
God says, like I said earlier when I started, how can you not love who you see? How can you love me who you
Mhm.
don't love who you can't see? And I'm talking about you. Do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? I created you. You're in my image. And if you don't love you, how can anybody else love you?
That is so true.
Decided to me and God, ride or die. Me and God, ride or die.
Mhm.
So I began to develop my relationship with God. And in essence, I got to understand who I was. And so as I learned who I was, that's when I met my husband. Funny enough, Gerald was the one who signed him onto Andrews Air Force Base because I needed a minister of music. So I needed a musician to cover for me while I was doing some musical things torn with a group. And the musician to cover for me, I didn't want to leave Gerald and the bass player and them by themselves because we're used to having two keyboard players and a drummer and a bass player, right, Gerald?
Right.
And so I wanted that consistency to be there. And I said, if I'm not there, I need somebody there. So Gerald went and signed him on to Andrews Air Force Base, and he came onto the base, and he was looking like, he was just came back from the gym and driving a big old truck. And so he walked in, and I set him down, I said, play this, play that. Do you know this? Can you play by ear? And he said, yeah. And then haven't been able to get rid of him since.
Nor do you want to. So.
He's younger than I am, so whoever that said about God.
Oh, you see?
Yeah. So 8 years later, we were praying for for children, and it was 8 years. So I just knew I was going to have a boy, and it didn't happen. And I said, okay, God, what should I do? So what we did was intermittent fasting, and then we did a fast, and then we even did the IVF thing, and nothing happened. So we just said, you know what? And God said, I need you to focus on me. I need you all to focus on me. And I said, okay, that's not a problem, because it was, I've already gotten there. Me and God, ride or die. And, God sent me a man that's a physical representation of his love for me on earth. And so I said, okay, you're going to make this happen. And so I just relaxed, de-stressed. I quit my job. Yes, I quit my job. Yeah, because I was all in, because you couldn't tell me nothing about submit to my husband. What? I'm a strong, proud black woman. Submitting to what? Submit doesn't mean behind, it means together.
Yes.
And forward together. And so the Bible says, submit yourselves one to another. And so I learned to submit to him and him to me. And once we did that, we got pregnant. Not only with one, but two. We got twins.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, look, here, let's go knock your socks off. I was 42.
Oh. Wow. Okay. You should have been done and done. But you got that young blood.
So he was like 22, right?
Marriage ministry is what I call it. Oh. Anyway, and so we had two girls, and I said, oh God, get pregnant again, because God told me at the beginning of our marriage I was going to have a son.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh Lord, I'm going to have another baby. But it wasn't until 5 years later. So how we got involved with this is my twins started getting pubic hair on their hoo-ha at 5. And I'm like, up a minute. And so, at 5 years old.
Oh,
so I
wow.
started doing research, and my oldest daughter started telling me about the shea butter and all that stuff, and I found out that they're putting hormones in the shampoos.
Oh, goodness.
Hormones in their food, and hormones in the, because the doctor told them to drink soy milk. That's full of estrogen. That's full of estrogen. Now, if you're low on estrogen, you don't have to take hormone pills or birth control pills. Just drink soy milk. It's got chock full of estrogen. But most of our food has hormones in it for the animals themselves to be fat and plump and all that, but it's not natural. And so I found that out. So I started doing the shea butter, because that's what the Africans used to do. They either would put the animal fat in their hair or nut oil. And so I started doing the shea butter with the lotion. And, you had to chisel back then. You had to chisel the shea butter out before they started doing the whipped shea butter. I started learning about the whipped shea butter. And so I started putting some things in it and started using it on their hair and on their body. And as I learned more about the natural way to go, I started doing teas. I started doing dandelion tea, green tea, senchum, the maca, the chai tea.
The same but different.
Right. One is a woo, and the other one is
Yeah.
and found out all of that stuff. They at the VA, because I'm a veteran, they fill you up with all kinds of medicines for the anxiety, because I was assaulted in the military, so I was I was suffering from anxiety and depression, and so found out that a lot of the essential oils and a lot of the teas help with anxiety and depression.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of the processed foods that we eat causes anxiety and depression.
I believe that.
Debated, especially white sugar. And so when I tell you that, when I ask my customers, when you want to grow your hair, or your skin is dry, or you're having headaches, or you have an upset stomach, what are you eating? What kind of stress you're under?
Oh, wow.
It's that simple. And then I recommend my service dog. Four-legged dogs too. And then I start to recommend certain things that work, like neem oil. Neem oil is known for plants. It's an antibacterial for plants. But did you know that you can use it for your skin? It's great for severe acne. It's great for pain, and it's for grapes. Black Jamaican castor oil. We've always known it. It's great for growing hair. It's great for thickening hair.
Yeah, because I use that in my hair.
If you have a burn or something, don't do ice. Put Jamaican castor oil on it. Black Jamaican castor oil. So I'm going to, promote the Black Jamaican. Yes, man.
I love her.
Stomach dandelion tea. There's a dandelion blend that has a little coffee flavor to it. You put your creamer in it, put a little bit of honey. OMG, it's amazing. Amazing. Moringa. I learned it from, there's a moringa bush in my yard that's got vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and it's a boost. It's an energy boost.
Moringa.
Moringa. Also gunpowder tea. All these teas that I had never heard of, they're amazing for your digestive system. They're amazing for your blood flow. They're amazing for your skin. Look at me. I'm turning 60 this year, y'all.
Oh, you look great. I mean, and that young blood, that helps too, honey.
Hello.
Where is Oliver, boy?
I love it.
The lotion, I've got three things for pain, and because back neuropathy, neck neuropathy, I've got two new knees. I've got arthritis, and then I have my Roots Remedy, and it's got
Remedy. Okay.
And it's kind of like it's a cross between Vicks and Icy Hot and Bengay, but it's all natural, and you'll smell the menthol, but it goes away. It doesn't stain your clothes. Absorbs into your skin. The shea butter that's in here has an SPF of 50, so it's great for when you're out in the sun, and it lasts for 3 to 6 hours. I can't keep this in the store. My customers love it. It's called Roots Remedy. The thing that I have for pain is what you know about magnesium. A lot of you take the magnesium gummies. A lot of you take the magnesium oil, but magnesium in your butter. What's the biggest organ in your body? Your skin. Your skin is an organ, and you put this on your skin, you're going to distribute it all over your body. If you have problems with lethargy, this is going to take care of you. If you have problems with sore muscles all the time, sometimes when you're my age, you get up in the morning, you're like, oh, why? With aches and pains. You put this on, or you try the Roots Remedy. This is going to help. If you are an athlete, those things, it's a game changer. My daughter, she runs track. One of the twins runs track. And before she runs, she slathers down with the magnesium. Last time she did that, she did a PR because her muscles got the magnesium that it needed, the mineral it needed to move that she needed to. And then she wasn't sore afterwards. So especially if you're starting to work out.
Wow. That is, I love that.
Yeah. And I've got the neem butter as well. For those of you who are dealing with scars and are dealing with blemishes, not only do I have turmeric soap, but I've got the neem butter, I've got the neem soap, and I've got the neem oil. Anything that is everything in my store is designed to help you, designed to heal you from the inside out or from the outside in, because your skin absorbs all of these things, and it's got nutrients. Let's not even go. A lot of your
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of your viewers know about the essential oils. I'm sure they do. You'll be surprised what some of those things do, like the frankincense and the myrrh, the things that they can do. Again, emotional support and all of that. It's amazing what those things can do. Lemongrass, it's expensive, but it's worth it. There's a reason why I say it's expensive. And so a lot of our Caucasian brothers and sisters know about all of the things that things do. But a lot of this stuff originated in Africa because they called the over there herb. And that's how I got into it. I first started reading, reading up on my own and going to all these websites. And I said, there's got to be some sort of localized dictionary. So I'm writing a book as well. And I'm going to put it all together. And I'm going to reference Dr. Sebi. If you've heard of Dr. Sebi, a lot of his stuff.
Yes.
True. A lot of the stuff in there is true. Some of it, he stretches it a little bit, but he's trying to sell books. But a lot of the stuff in there is true. So yammered on and on and on. That's how I got started. The girls are running the store now. I wanted to teach them entrepreneurship. Wanted to teach them how to do their finances, and I wanted them to teach them how to be responsible adults so they know how to do their taxes. They're 18 now. They know how to do their taxes because we just did our taxes. They know how to do their business taxes. They know how to manage and spend money. They know how to do a budget, all because they have this business, and I started the business for them. So now they're running the business and I'm just managing it.
Right.
No, that's
I know how to do my taxes too. I just pay somebody to do it.
This is true.
Well, that's great. That's
Thank
great.
you.
I file it. I do it myself because I want to show them how to do it.
Yeah, which is good.
I do it myself too.
Help him.
Well, why? When you got somebody do it for you, you know?
I did my taxes. Here's the check. I did my taxes.
And also, playwright, she said something, and the Lord told me that that's her next book title. My Story, God's Glory. That's the title of her next book. So she's still on the line. Follow your next book, girl. That's what God told me.
She's still there.
My Story, God's Glory.
Yeah.
You said
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you had one person say they're ordering tonight. So
yeah, I knew my husband was gonna be on it because we into this. Like this is our thing. So I knew he would be online. I'm like, wait till I get there.
There's an old friend here.
Yeah.
Sabrina
McCrae says great info and good seeing you.
Yes, thank you. Look, I have so much stuff that God has downloaded in me. I would love to share it with everybody. And I do symposiums, I do workshops every now and again. I do speaking engagements so that I can share with my brothers and sisters, because God has given us all things for our benefit. That's why he told us to tend the garden. That's why take care of the beasts of the fields. All of these animals and plants were here for us to take care of. But what we've done is we've taken the lazy way out and then pumped them full of this and pumped them full of that, to where it's starting to kill us. We are killing ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
Now, with the plants that we are using, that I use in my shop for my, my creams and stuff like that, I have to be careful where I get them from. If they come from Africa, I make sure that they are trade friendly, so that the women that are picking the shea butter, that stuff, get a fair wage, that type of thing. Make sure they're triple grade A oils, so
Wow.
if the dog gets a hold of it or the baby gets a hold of it, no big deal. I tell my customers all the time, cook with anything in the store, anything. So if anybody gets into it, there's no big deal, because it's natural. It's all
Natural.
yeah.
Okay.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
big
good.
on ginger. I'm like a ginger fanatic. I
I
get the root and I just boil that joker. I love me some ginger tea.
I got ginger and turmeric tea that I blend together. I've got
Mhm.
ginger, turmeric, and I've got elderberry, and I've got ginger, turmeric, and green tea. I mean, there are like 50, 60, and almost 100 different types of green tea, depending on if you go from Japan or China. And
Ah,
I'm telling you, did
this
you know?
is good information. This is good because I think we all kind of need to go that natural route. We really
Right.
do.
Did you know that you're supposed to rinse your tea? The Chinese say, I won't even give you my
I heard that. Yeah.
my tea water. I won't even give you my tea water. If they don't like you, I'm not even going to give you my tea water. Why? This is what they do with tea bags. After they finish processing the loose leaf teas that I use, all the stuff that falls on the floor, this is in China, in those small provinces, they sweep them, sell them to the tea bag company.
Hmm.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, yes, yes. I verified it from
Wow.
this, and not just online thing. It's a true story. I said no more tea bags ever
I
again.
would doubt it. Yeah, I would doubt it.
Even in the tea that you get from China, Japan, the loose leaf tea, rinse it first. You've got your 170 degrees. Most green teas are 170 degree that you boil, steep for 2 to 3 minutes. Some of your black teas and some of your blended teas, you've got to boil and steep for 180 to 210, and steep them a little longer depending on how often you want it. And the nice thing about loose leaf tea is you can use it again. It's not going to be weak. It'll be just
Oh, that's
the first
right.
time. And but the thing is that when you go to use your infuser, you pour a little bit of water, do this, and then pour it out. Rinse your tea. Loose leaf tea as well. If,
That's good. I never even thought about that. Yeah.
yeah, if
That
you have
makes sense.
if you have tea bags, take that bad boy out. Take it out
Yeah.
and then steep it, rinse it, and then you're good to go.
I go rinse it and it probably fall all down the drain on me. I'm like,
We at our shop, as well. So I'm telling you, read, read, read. What do they say to keep stuff from people? They put it in writing.
put it in
Right.
the book. Yeah, that's the truth.
Read, read. God has
Yeah.
blessed all with all of these plants and herbs. Who knew those wild dandelions growing in the garden was great for so many things?
Mm.
So many things. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Thank you so
all of
much.
this, and she's one of the best musicians I've ever played with
Oh
ever.
gosh. Oh God. Prayer. Jasmine has auditioned for, because she can sing. She can sing me under the table. She can sing. She auditioned for Berkeley. She auditioned for USC and Howard. She really wants to go to Howard. So keep her in prayer. And then me, she wants to go the other side of me, which is in the military.
Oh,
Gerald,
wow.
girls, you'll be happy that she wants to go in the Air Force.
All right. Good choice. Good choice. If she wants to go in the military, that's a good choice.
Well, I have to agree with that. So, yeah, what can I say? She's going to be, yeah.
Well, this was really informative and this was really good. And I hope everyone goes to the website because I know I'm getting my orders. Right, babe? Right.
I dropped the website in the comments for everyone. So yeah, hopefully you'll get a lot of people ordering.
I hope so. And look, I know there's a lot of people out there with back pain, arthritis, eczema.
Mhm.
That thing will heal up that eczema in 3 days. No more itching. My Roots remedy. Swear by it. So I made it for you guys. Please, I'm happy. And it's not, most of these eczema creams and most of these other creams for pain and stuff like that, they will sell it for what, $20, $30.
Mhm.
This size right here is only $20.
Oh, and that's a nice size. Yeah, that's not bad.
20. I have a bigger one for those people with seriously chronic pain. This one also, this magnesium, only 20. I try to keep the prices reasonable.
Affordable.
A lot of us as people of color, we don't have the resources to go to the doctor and get all that, or we go to those high-end department stores like, you know, Whole Paycheck Market. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Whole Paycheck Market.
I get it. I get it.
They'll have that stuff through the roof. I'm trying. Is this for us as a community? Middle to low income is my target demographic, so that you can have access to holistic and healthy remedies for your skin and body.
Right.
So, Dr. Myers, I need to stop eating my cheese balls then.
After all that good information.
Look, you can hear that. Listen, every once in a while, because you know craving is a craving.
Yeah, they're so good, and they only $1.
Once in a while is not every day, okay?
Once in a while, like maybe once a month.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow she'll be saying, "Will, she said once in a while. I only had them yesterday."
Exactly.
You know, I tell people that Coke. I tell them people that you got to cut back on caffeine. Caffeine has just as much, if not more, caffeine than coffee, but the caffeine in the tea is not as detrimental to your system because it's made to help your system. That's why the people in in Africa, South America, they chew the leaves. They don't boil it.
That's interesting because I love my coffee. So yeah,
those leaves, and they grind the beans and make it into a paste, and then they put it in their mouth. They don't boil it.
Oh wow!
And this is the coffee. Now, the only coffee that I like is the coffee from the hills of Jamaica, Blue Mountain Coffee.
Oh, Blue Mountain, yes, yeah. That's the best coffee to me, anyway. Yeah.
I can't stand coffee; it's so bitter. But that is really good organic coffee. Yeah. So you want organic stuff. So I hope I enlighten people. I hope I help some folks.
Absolutely.
You did.
For those of you single, learn to love yourself.
Yes.
Love God, love yourself. Love the Lord with all your heart, your soul, your strength, and your mind. And love neighbor as yourself. And who is my neighbor?
You are.
Start with yourself, and he will come. He will come. She will come.
That is so true.
And then the lady, the playwright, I forgot her name again. You already know who he is. He's there. You just ain't seen him yet. God ain't revealed him.
Nikki.
You gotta work on yourself. Once you work on yourself, God will open your eyes and you'll see him. Just like with Gerald.
Yeah, that's true. I can't deny that.
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all this great information. And I'll definitely be keeping in touch. So
yes.
And today's gonna be my last day, okay?
All right. You have a wonderful evening. Tell the family that we all say hi.
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of information. I'm glad we got the website. Woo.
Yeah, I put it in the comments. So
yeah.
Go from here to there and buy some stuff.
Yeah, but that was good information. And I always thought of, and I ain't gonna say always, but I've been thinking more and more about the whole natural, route.
Right.
And I think I might give it a shot. I think we should give it a shot. So I think we might kind of dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I love it. Absolutely love it.
We missed that comment.
That's right, Rhonda. Great information. Oh, good to see you.
Yeah, Rhonda was at the chapel with us too. So
that's so cool. I love it. Oh my God. So another great show. And we had great guests once again. I mean, we're on information overload. We get so much information. We have such intelligent, smart entrepreneur. Yes, it's like the stuff they tell us is like,
Right.
So I love it though.
So we hope everybody's enjoying it. We'll enjoying these shows and appreciating these shows as we're actually winding down our first season. So and we how many we got left? Like 3 more shows.
What was that?
3 shows. Yeah.
What'd you say?
3 shows before the end of the season. So.
I know that was like really quick.
I know. Yeah.
Wow,
it's gonna be some great shows. Gonna be some great shows coming up.
So we thank everyone once again for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and liked it. And please, go for Nikki's play, find out where she is, and Dr. Myers, get some of her products and stuff, because we have to kind of support each other. And Dad, always there you go. Sheesh. We all need a caterer, we all need a chef, but Lennise, make sure we support her as well. So go on, look for her and order some things, let her cater your event or birthday party or what have you. Yeah. But let's try and support each other for sure. And of course, subscribe.
Subscribe.
But we appreciate everyone and your support for sure. So we are done and done. Right?
That's right. That's it.
All right.